Small burgers does not mean small problems, as Christie's going to explain. Now, my problem with small burgers is that they're just small. I want more.
Well, that's actually the problem with sliders. Because they're small, you have to make a lot of them.
Gotcha.
To satisfy you.
To satisfy me,
Right.
yes, exactly, the Burgermeister.
Exactly. So that means you have to have everything organized before you start cooking so you can keep making all these burgers. And all of the burgers have to be the same size so that they cook evenly.
Ah,
Got
so
it?
we're making smart sliders.
Yes.
Okay.
Very smart. So let's start with the beef. I have 1.5 pounds of 85% lean ground beef. And I'm going to be a little particular here.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm using a scale.
I like this.
We want to make sure that these are exactly the same size, and this is the best way to do it.
It really is.
So we're going to portion this out into 12 2-ounce balls.
Okay.
Notice that I've covered the scale with some plastic wrap so I can weigh the meat and not get it all gross.
All right, just into a ball?
A perfectly round ball, please.
Okay.
No footballs here. If you have a nice round ball, it's going to flatten out into a perfect disc.
Okay.
And that's what we want.
All right. I will do my best.
Thank you.
We'll work for sliders. Now, this might look a little fussy, but it really is a smart way with any kind of burger. You want to make sure that they're the right size. So get out the scale, use it every once in a while. It'll pay off.
So we'll just keep rolling these until we have 12 perfect spheres. Bridget, to make sure that these patties are perfectly shaped, I'm actually going to start with a zipper lock bag.
Okay.
This is actually a trick that we developed when we were making tortillas. So I'm just going to start at the open end and cut along the sides. So as you can see, now we have a perfect place to put one of our little balls of beef.
Okay.
And it's just sturdier than plastic wrap. It's a lot easier to use repeatedly.
Gotcha.
To make sure I press it perfectly even, I have a glass pie plate so I can see my patty as I'm making it. And I'm just going to press down until I get to a 4-inch wide patty. And that looks like we're just about there. So they're very, very thin. They're going to cook really quickly, and they're easy to peel off. So I'm just going to keep pressing these until I have 12 patties. Then we'll cover this with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge until we're ready to cook the patties.
Okay.
And all of this can be done up to 24 hours in advance.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Bridget, you can't have a good slider without cheese.
That is the law.
I think so, in my house anyway. And I have the best cheese for sliders right here.
Yes.
6 slices of American cheese. This is no
Thank you,
place
American
for
cheese.
no place for snobbery. It's the best melter, and I'm just going to cut this into quarters.
Gotcha.
So we'll have little pieces to put on our little burgers. Each slider will get 2 pieces. Now, the sliders also need a good sauce, a burger sauce. And this is one that's starting with a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of ketchup.
2 of my favorite things there so far.
And a teaspoon of sweet pickle relish. I'm also adding a teaspoon of distilled white vinegar, a teaspoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of pepper. So all of these ingredients add up to something that's very much like a Thousand Island dressing, or a special sauce, if you will.
Special sauce. Now,
All
this
right.
is the perfect burger sauce because it's tangy, it's creamy.
And you already have all the ingredients in your fridge,
You know I do.
right?
Exactly.
Now, you can make this ahead and just leave it in the fridge till you're ready to use it too.
Perfect.
Great for your party. Now, we also have to have the perfect bun.
Not any bun will do.
No, it has to be a 2.5-inch bun because our burgers are going to shrink when they
Okay.
cook. You can find slider, like specific slider rolls. Sometimes they're a little big. These are actually dinner rolls, and
Okay.
I think these are the way to go.
Yes.
I'm just going to cut this in half. Now that they're separated, I'm going to spread some of my burger sauce on each of the bottom buns. I told you this is all about being organized.
Ah, gotcha.
So while I do this, would you mind grabbing the burgers?
Sure.
So we're fully seasoned here. We want to make sure that the burgers taste just as good all by themselves.
Okay.
So I have 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. We're seasoning both sides.
So I hope the fact that you've seasoned them means that cooking is coming.
It is.
Okay.
We're almost there. In fact, I have a teaspoon of vegetable oil in my 12-inch nonstick skillet. I'm going to turn the heat on to medium right now. And then we just need to wait until it starts to just smoke.
Okay.
It's time to cook these sliders.
Yes.
My oil's nice and hot. Now I'm only doing half of the sliders at a time. We don't want to overcrowd the pan. Right now, I have a 1/4 cup finely chopped onion, and I'm going to spread that out amongst all 6 patties. And then I'm going to press them into the burger with my spatula.
Instead of having to cook the onion separately.
And I'm only cooking these burgers for about 2 minutes, uncovered. You really don't want to move them. All right, we are ready to flip.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's some good color there.
Okay, now, moving quickly, 2 slices of cheese on each patty. And then I need the bun tops on top of the cheese. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of water to the pan. Try not to hit a bun. We're gonna cover it, cook it for 90 seconds. The thing about sliders that we love, think about those soft buns from White Castle.
Right.
So by putting water into the pan, putting the lid on, we're creating and trapping steam, which softens the buns, melts the cheese, and it's actually going to help cook those onions so that they're soft rather than crunchy. Okay, it's 90 seconds. You ready?
I am so ready. Ooh.
You see how we
super
have those soft steam buns? So we don't want to dilly-dally.
Oh.
They're so soft and squishy and hot.
And hot. Christie, you are some line cook here.
So now I'm just going to tent this side to keep these warm. Just going to clean out the pan, wipe it out with a paper towel, and then we're going to do the other 6. Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Well, thank you.
They're beautiful. I can't believe how fast these came together.
Well, what are we waiting for?
All right.
I suggest we try some of the first batch. These are going to be super hot right now.
Gotcha. All right, I'm going to start off with one. I love that you gave me a tiny plate.
For your tiny burger.
It's so soft. The steaming buns thing, on point.
I just love the really seasoned burgers.
The sliders are tender. The beef is beefy. You started off with a great cut of beef. But like you said, it's really well seasoned, and the sauce. It is special.
And it's the best cheese.
It's true. But what makes these real sliders is that caramelized onion. Perfect. Just pressing it into the meat and flipping it so it got some heat from the bottom of the skillet. And was basting in those beef juices. Beautiful. This is great. You're hired.
Thank you.
You start on the line tomorrow.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You better be ready for it too. These sliders are incredible, and they start with a little bit of precision and prep. Press small portions of beef into patties and then make a special sauce and saute the burgers. Press chopped onion into the meat, top with cheese and the bun tops. Steam with a little bit of water, then slide those burgers onto the bun bottoms and eat them by the dozen. So from Cook's Country, they're small in size but huge in flavor, sliders. Eat them by the platterful. Thanks for watching Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen. So what'd you think?
Leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or just say hi.
Now you can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
Alligator.